Nike and the FA, to a degree, have upset a large part of the England football nation with the St George's flag playful update, as they're calling it. Nike have tinkered about with the flag. We spoke about this yesterday. This is now exploded. It is a full-scale drama in the background here. Nike say this: the England 2024 home kit disrupts history with a modern take on a classic. The trim in the cuffs takes its cues from the training gear worn by England's 1966 heroes, with a gradient of blues and reds topped with purple. The same colours also feature an interpretation of the flag of St George on the back of the collar. A lot of people suggesting, Simon, that amongst the players, and I don't know how they're coming to that, I'm looking at many messages, the players have already decided they're not going to wear it. Now, I mean, they will. I'm quite sure they will, because the horse is bolted. It's too late, is it not? They're out there. They've been in production for a while, and they're out there now. And, of course, they're with us now, and the Euros is just around the corner. You wonder where this will end.
Well, they shouldn't be put in this. I mean, it'll end like all things in the media. Once we've got bored of it, we'll move on to the next subject. But the point is that the players won't be put in a position and shouldn't be put in a position. And there's a point of me that almost thinks that I don't want them in that position, because careful what kind of power you give players about what they will and won't do, because the next thing is they will and won't do the next thing that doesn't suit them. Yeah. You'll get the balance right. But the FA have committed a ridiculous act of self-harm, and there's no need for it. There's absolutely no need for it, and I'm glad that leading voices, irrespective of whether it's a Tory MP, and I think some of the things that Lee Anderson and Nigel Farage have said are a little bit extreme, because that's the way they go at times. But I also think that politicians speaking up on these things sort of sticks in my craw, because I don't think there's a lot of substance behind what they say in these areas.
Stu, one of many, saying if I was a player, I'd put the cross of St George as a sticker of the cross over the badge,
transfer on it,
over the back of in front of the badge. Stuart, what's more offensive, the flag itself or the price of the strip? The shirt, the redesigned shirt, retailing at $124.99 for you and me. Well, for you, I wouldn't wear it, and $119.99 for kids.
Well, we could always send this kit. If we're not going to use it, send it up to Scotland for their second kit, maybe. You know, there's every chance. Well, put it this way. It's probably more offensive on the shirt for me than it is the price of the kit, because I've got a choice whether I buy that kit or not.
Yes, yeah, fair point.
But that's...
How's that 125 quid, Simon?
Because it reflects the commercial value of how much Nike spend with the FA and the return on investment against the cost implication. It's an emotional transaction, because so many parents are pigeonholed or leverage into their boys wanting to have kits, and they want to be part of the environment, and these tournaments come around, they bring the nation together.
Yeah.
So it is huge profiteering, and when you look at £125 for a football shirt, it's getting extreme.
A lot of you are saying this morning the players should get together and wear old strips. Strips from the past. I mean, how they do that, I don't know.
Let it come to my wardrobe. I've only got old strips.
Let's go round to Stuart's house and you can select your shirt
and suit.
Maybe it's too late for that, but it's maybe not too late for this. To stop this then from going any further than it's gone, what's got the bigger chance of a climb down? A fan boycott or a player boycott of this shirt? Because that seemingly is where we're at. England have got themselves in a bit of a mess with this. I was suggesting moments ago to Stuart Pearce, England legend, in studio with Simon and myself, maybe the players will say, no, it's not for us. But John the Villa fan is saying, the players, are you kidding us? They're all spoilt millionaires. They don't care one bit. They'll pull it on and get on with it. But will they? Will they? What would put an end to this? And as we said moments ago, is there a choice? Would it be a fan boycott or a player boycott that would end this shirt saga and mean that it goes no further? Stuart is alongside us. Stuart Pearce, England legend. No better time to have someone of his standing in studio with Simon and myself. And as fans, you're phoning in huge numbers this morning. Jason's a big Liverpool fan. Jason, good morning to you. Where do you stand on Shirtgate?
Morning, Jim, Simon, Stuart.
Morning, Jason.
Show as always.
Thank you.
Firstly, I would say, yes, a fans boycott more so than a players. It's unfair to put that responsibility onto the players. Second, I would say I am sick of hearing people blame Nike. It should be 100% down to the FA, and heads should roll for it. They're the ones who employ Nike. They're the ones who sign it off. They're the ones who are responsible.
It's not a sackable offence, Jason, is it? Is it a sackable offence? I doubt it.
Well, I think it should be. Whoever's the commercial director and the CEO comes up with this mad idea. They're there to regulate the game. They can't do that. That's why you get an independent regulator.
Well, Jason, Simon agrees with you in that the blame, you say, Simon, lies firmly, squarely on the doorstep of the FA.
But it can't not do. How can it not do? They are the organisation that have decided that this is an idea. Nike's job is to create things and create a different way to sell a product. And these feeble-minded wastrels in the FA have sat there going, this is a good idea, let's allow it to happen. And I'm pleased, without wanting to be hysterical, that there's a pushback against this sort of nonsense.
Simon, you're an Arsenal fan, but you're a big England fan, presumably. You agree with Simon, the FA are to cop for this?
Absolutely, yeah. Good morning, gents. It's a pleasure to speak to you all.
Morning, Simon.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio this morning, and there seemed to be a lot of people having a right pop at Nike, and a bit like Simon's just said in the previous caller. The culpability is fully on the FA here. I mean, it's a bit of a joke, really. It's very careless. I'm really quite surprised. Well, am I? I don't know, but it's I don't really understand the backlash that Nike are getting, because they're not the ones that sign off on it. The one thing I can comment on, and Simon, you'll probably know this a lot better than me, the price of the shirts I'm hearing is £120 even for children.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Simon, who would sign off on that? Who makes that decision? Because that's criminal, really.
Well, that's a combination of the two, because you have to also price into your thinking. And the reasons why the FA, and I'm going to sort of backtrack a little bit on laying the blame entirely at their door, because the amount of money that Nike will introduce into the equation for the commercial sponsorship of the England team is so significant that they will have influence, and their influence will be prevalent, but it's upon the FA to have a little bit more of a backbone to suggest that it's not in keeping. The real blame is the FA going, nice creative design, we appreciate the bags of money you're putting in, but no thank you on that one.
Simon, listen, thanks for the call. Here's Steph, who's a big West Ham fan, England fan, no doubt, as well. Steph, have your say. Where are you with it?
Yeah, good morning to you, chaps. And yes, I'll be going to Wembley tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a good game against Brazil. I'm going to be wearing my vintage England shirt, and I won't be buying the new shirt. And I think the actual concepted ideas should have been thrown out by the FA. It's a heinous idea. The away colour is awful. The price point is ridiculous. This is where, unfortunately, businessmen have decided to railroad what fans want. There was no consultation. You wouldn't find any other country allowing their flag to be manipulated in this way. Could you imagine a rainbow American flag? No, not on your life. They just don't seem to think that, or they think that we can let them abuse our national flag in a way that suits their agenda. And this agenda's got to stop. This has got to stop. It's our national symbol. It's the Cross of St. George, and it's got to stay that way. And that's it.
Are you amazed, Steph, that they even considered it, let alone gave it the green light?
I don't know why they decided this was a good idea. I don't know who they consulted. But it's a shame, because the front of the shirt is actually lovely. It's a really nice looking shirt. But they've completely ruined the whole idea. Unpick it if you're going to buy it and waste your money, which I won't be, but just unpick the damn thing on the back. Try and wear it without.
Thank you for the call. Enjoy the game. Strong feelings this morning. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of messages. Come on, Jim. Come on, Simon. Let's hear from the FA on this. We'll ask them. Of course, we'll ask them. Highly doubt whether anybody is going to come to air, but we'll ask for them to tell us, to give us their side of the argument here.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.